Welcome back to Autism Live, and to ask Dr. Doreen, if you're like, who's that? This is Charlie, and Charlie is Dr. Graham Pichet's youngest daughter. She was also our intern, very notably a fabulous, fabulous intern. So we're asking Charlie to read a comment that came in from Cassidy on Facebook.
She says, "Hey Shannon, Dr. Doreen, and Charlie. Not a question, but just wanted to let you know there's a camp for children and adults with autism spectrum in my state. I think it's a great way to make friends and socialize since it's very hard for people with autism to make friends and socialize. It's an awesome camp. It's good to have something like that in my state. It's also a good way for parents of children and adults with autism to have a break. The staff and counselors are always so great."
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Cassidy. Maybe you want to send us the name of the camp and what state, so that we can announce that as well. We'd appreciate it. We'll give them a plug because we love it's camp time. It's time to be setting.
That's true. My gosh.
So anyway, we're here answering questions. Actually, we're here and you're answering questions.
This is great.
Let's be clear about that. But in any case, let's move on to this next question. I want to know if it's possible for my 7-year-old to stop stimming if I try organic food. I'm going to try it starting June 1. And does fish oil help too? And can you recommend a vitamin to help her? My girl talks a couple of words a day. If she's on a computer, she will sing along sometimes half the words, and then the next part is another one. I didn't separate them. And I addressed this a little bit the other day just from my point of view about the organic thing, but I really wanted your opinion because I can't recommend a supplement, and I wanted for them to hear your take on the stimming and the organic and
all this other stuff. Yeah. So it's possible. So, there's a lot of different things that we're talking about here. So organic food in general obviously is going to reduce toxicity and is going to be good for pretty much anyone for any reason. So unfortunately in the US, most of our food is pretty toxic. It has a lot of pesticides on it, and having organic food reduces the pesticides, so that's a good thing, especially because there's a lot of research now on the fact that individuals on the autism spectrum have difficulty with redox cycle or being able to detoxify from toxins. So I would recommend organic food anyway. It's just for health issues. Whether or not it's going to improve self-stimulatory behavior, honestly, I don't know. It's possible if the self-stimulatory behavior is an expression of the child feeling a little bit, let's say, irritated, or there's lots of foods right now which are causing increased anxiety in our kids. Pesticides could have those types of effects and so on, but there hasn't been a lot of science done on a direct cause in terms of like inorganic foods and pesticides and so on causing self-stimulatory behavior. So it's a very sort of multi-step connection if we want to make that connection. There are other things you could do for reduction of self-stimulatory behaviors, but you would really need to learn a little bit more about behavior interventions, ABA, and try to figure out why some of these self-stimulatory behaviors are occurring. In my mind, self-stimulatory behaviors usually are one of three things. The first one is they're a way to cope with pain. Second one is they are just habits that have occurred and we need to break those habits, just like tics. And the third thing is that they are a reaction to anxiety or increased anxiety, and it's a way to control our environment. And that's just kind of some of the things I've learned over the years. So it's basically, I think it would be important to figure out in your child what is the self-stimulatory behavior accomplishing, and then you can modify that. Second thing is you asked about fish oil. Fish oil generally is proven to help with things like cognitive function. So memory in particular is one of the things that is, I take a ton of fish oil because my memory is so horrible. So that's kind of the connection there is with fish oil. I'm not sure that there's much more to say about that. In terms of vitamins, I wouldn't want to recommend a series of vitamins for your child. I don't know enough about your child or to be able to say, oh, it sounds like your child would benefit from vitamin D or A or whatever it is. If you're thinking in terms of changing your child's biochemistry with supplements, I would really recommend that you see a doctor who is specializing in dietary interventions and supplements, and also in just taking a look at your child's biochemistry. So being able to take a blood test or a urine analysis, organic acid metabolite analysis to see how's your child doing. Is there anything that your child is deficient on? It's surprising sometimes when we do these types of tests, and an organic acids metabolized test you can do with urine, so it's much less invasive. But when you do that, you can see a lot of the different types of chemicals that your child might be deficient on. We have had children who have a lot of pica. They eat things that are inedible, and they specifically try to eat things like a piece of the wall or chalk or things that indicate, and then we find out, oh, this child had a calcium deficiency. So it's really important to find out if your child has a deficiency, and then of course your physician or your dietitian or nutritionist will tell you exactly what type of diet to put your child on.
There we go. Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.